Hey there guys, this is Flamsaron, aka YouTube's Tosuke. Lately I've been playing Champions in Norrath and Champions Return to Arms, and it got me thinking, why isn't there a third one? I mean, both games did pretty well. I mean, Champions in Norrath actually was the #1 RPG of 2004. I mean, that's why they did the sequel, and I think the sequel did pretty well. And so it makes you wonder, I mean, why they wouldn't do a third one. Now, you could say that Untold Legends is a third one, but it's not because, one, it's a completely different game. It's not even the same world, and two, it's on the PSP. I mean, yeah, there was the one on the PS3, but that really wasn't that good. I mean, I was expecting more out of that, and, you know, it just didn't do well. Because, I mean, we'll get to that one another time. Maybe I'll review that one. Probably not. Anyway. But, and I mean, the second Untold Legends is okay. I mean, it's not that good either. I still kind of am close to the first one. I mean, I like that one the best. And it was the first PSP game that I ever played, so it's pretty good. But, I think there should be a third one. I really do. And for the PS3, I mean, it's not like they can't really put it on, and some of you people are probably thinking, why not on the Wii or on the 360? Well, they can't really do that because it's Sony Online Entertainment. That's the people who make the game. They can't really do that. So it would have to be either on PS3 or PS2. Or PSP. I mean, they could put it on PS2, but, you know, I don't think they really want to. And, like, it'd be cool if you could, like, import your guy from the first two games. But, I really enjoyed the first one. In fact, it's probably one of my favorite games. And I've shown it to pretty much all my friends. TransAngel likes it. I mean, we played that for a little bit. Orphan loved it. I mean, that's kind of a pastime for us. We play it all the friggin' time. And we even finished the second game with our, characters from the first game, so that was, you know, kind of cool. Then, you know, we restarted the file, but on like the second difficulty, I think it was, and we chose to be good instead of evil, so that was pretty cool. But like, I owe a lot to Champions of Norrath. For one thing, it introduced me to EverQuest, and that's for like my favorite MMO. It's really the only MMO that or at least the only pay to play MMO that I play. I mean, I didn't really get a chance to play Tales of Eternia online, so. But and also it introduced me to the Western RPG genre, which is one of my favorite genres as well. I mean, and I kind of like it a little more than JRPGs, just because of a few things. For one thing, like in JRPGs, there's really only... Well, in the Tales series, there's two kinds of elves, but in, you know, other RPGs, there are really only one kind of elf, and they're the elves. Just the elves, not anything big. Like I know in the Tales series, there's elves and there's half elves, which is, you know, it's a little better, but it's still not that good. Like, if it wasn't for Champions in Norrath, I wouldn't even know a thing about a wood elf or a high elf or even a dark elf, and those are my favorite classes of the RPGs. I friggin' love dark elves. They're awesome. They're badass. And if it wasn't for Champions in Norrath, I wouldn't have heard Michael Bell, who is one of my favorite voice actors of all time. Like, I remember the first time I heard him when I played at Dark Elf, I was thinking, wow, that was good. That was like a very good performance. Good job, Mr. Bell. I hope he stays for a while. I know he's really old, but anyway. And, so, like, the Western RPGs have, like, more elves. I mean, I understand that it really depends, but for the most part, there are like different kind of elves, and they've got, you know, the half elves, but then there are the halflings who are you know, half elf and half something else. I think that's what they call them, halflings, or I don't know. I haven't really made a new character in EverQuest in a while. And also another thing I liked about Western RPGs is the settings in the scenery. They kind of have each their own independent mood. And you know, that's pretty cool. Like certain places have like good looks, like kind of tongue twister right now. Kind of good little moods, like you know, the island level has kind of a quiet and calming mood to it. The first level of Champions of Norrath, the big tree fort thing, has like a mystical kind of wet feel to it. That's what she said. Anyway, like and then you know the place, you know, Norrath, the dark elf homeland, that has a nice look to it. I remember the first time I saw it, it kind of scared me a little bit. Anyway, and I'm not saying JRPGs are bad, because then I'd be very hypocritical, because then I'd be saying that I wouldn't like Tales or Final Fantasy or Star Ocean or anything like that. But I do like Western RPGs, mainly for their diversity in the races. They have like so many different races. I mean, what JRPG do you know that has two different kinds of humans? Now you're thinking, what? Western RPGs don't have that. Yeah, they do. Barbarian and human. Heck, the Elder Scrolls series has like four. Imperial, Nord, Redguard, and Breton. I mean, in my opinion, that's a little excessive. I mean, you really only need one. You really only need one human, but you know. But in EverQuest, it makes a little more sense because you know the humans are just playing their regular. They can be good or evil. Then the barbarians, they're like the major big muscle guys who like use like the big hammers and whatnot. But like, also, there are a bunch of different animal races too. Like, what JRPG do you know that you can play as tiger and lizard people? Yes, I know there's Eugene and Kamari, but those are only two characters, and don't you dare say Rapide. Anyway, I'm kind of getting a little offhand here. I didn't want to turn this into a Western RPG versus JRPG thing. I like both. I mean, and you guys have seen that. I mean, EverQuest and friggin' Tales. I mean, I like them both. Going back to the original topic of Champions of Norrath 3, I think it'd be cool, and like for like the customization of the characters, they could make it a little more advanced as opposed to just picking a. I mean, I think they should still do the whole like where like you can't choose like the race and the class separately. I think that's kind of interesting. I think they should just add in more of those types, like I don't know, maybe human paladin or or maybe I don't know, something else. But like, I mean, like doing more to like the hair color, like having like multiple hair colors, maybe altering the voice a little bit more, and the size, because they would have the technology to do that on the PS3. I don't know, and they could probably pull it off on the PSP, because like stuff like Phantasy Star. I mean, Phantasy Star did it, and like that'd be cool. And like I said, it'd be cool. You could like import your person over. Online would have to be back, and that'd be kind of cool. I'm kind of running out of stuff to say, but basically, I think that they should make a Champions of Norrath 3, and they could just call it Champions 3. But yeah, this is Flamzaron, aka YouTube Stasuke, signing out. Goodbye.